What if I told you that what you do in the 30 minutes before bed could decide whether you live to see 90 or beyond? Today I'm sharing 5 scientifically proven bedtime habits that researchers have found in nearly every person who lives past 90. The fourth one takes just 30 seconds but could add years to your life. But here's what shocked me most about this research from longevity studies across America. The one habit that 94% of people who live to 100 do every single night is something most people completely ignore. It costs absolutely nothing to start using tonight. Bernice from Wisconsin just celebrated her 97th birthday last month. When researchers asked her secret to longevity, she didn't mention diet or exercise first. Instead, she pointed to 5 simple things she's done every night for the past 45 years. Today, science confirms Bernice was absolutely right all along. These habits are now backed by some of the most respected medical institutions in the world. The first habit is the 10-minute digital shutdown. Your smartphone might be stealing years from your life, and most people have no idea this silent killer is sitting right there on their nightstand every single night. Research from Harvard Medical School has shown something absolutely alarming about the blue light coming from phones, tablets, televisions, and even digital alarm clocks. Dr. Charles Chisler, chief of sleep medicine at Harvard and one of the world's leading experts on body clocks, found that exposure to blue light in the hour before bed reduces melatonin production by up to 23%. But here's what most people don't understand. Melatonin isn't just about falling asleep. It's your body's most powerful antioxidant that repairs cell damage, fights cancer cells, and literally keeps you young while you rest. When your melatonin levels drop consistently night after night, your body loses its ability to fight swelling and repair the daily wear and tear on your organs, blood vessels, and brain tissue. The Harvard study tracked over 12,000 adults for 15 years and found that those with disrupted melatonin production had significantly higher rates of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, stroke, and cognitive decline. This isn't just about feeling groggy tomorrow morning. This is about how many healthy, independent years you have left to enjoy with your family and grandchildren. The researchers calculated that chronic blue light exposure before bed could shorten your lifespan by 3 to 7 years. The damage happens faster than you might think. Even a single night of blue light exposure can suppress melatonin for up to 3 hours after you turn off the device. Your brain interprets this artificial light as daylight, keeping your nervous system in an alert, stressed state when it should be shifting into repair mode. Meanwhile, your blood pressure stays elevated, your immune system remains suppressed, and inflammatory chemicals continue circulating through your bloodstream instead of being cleared away during deep sleep. Clarence from Nevada used to scroll through news articles and social media on his tablet every night before bed, wondering why he felt exhausted despite getting 8 hours of sleep. He would lie there for 30 to 45 minutes after putting the tablet away, his mind still racing from the stimulating content and blue light exposure. Within 2 weeks of putting all screens away 10 minutes before bedtime, his sleep quality improved so dramatically that his wife noticed he had stopped snoring. His doctor was amazed at his next checkup when his blood pressure readings had dropped into the normal range, and Clarence reported feeling more alert and energetic during the day than he had experienced in over a decade. The solution is surprisingly simple, but it requires discipline that most people aren't willing to commit to. Create a phone-free zone in your bedroom starting 10 minutes before you want to fall asleep. Place your phone in another room entirely, or at absolute minimum, in a drawer across the bedroom where you can't see any light from notifications. If you use your phone as an alarm clock, invest in a simple bedside clock instead. Consider this a non-negotiable investment in your longevity. Those 10 minutes of complete darkness allow your brain to begin producing the melatonin your body desperately needs for cellular repair, immune system strengthening, and the deep sleep that literally adds years to your life. Don't wait another night to make this change. Your future health and independence depend on the decision you make right now. The second habit is the gratitude reflection practice. When did you last end your day with genuine thankfulness instead of lying there worrying about tomorrow's problems, replaying today's frustrations, or feeling anxious about things beyond your control? Johns Hopkins University conducted a groundbreaking study on gratitude and longevity that followed 4,200 adults over the age of 65 for 8 years. The results were so remarkable that they've changed how we understand the connection between mental state and physical health. The researchers found that people who spent just 3 minutes each night reflecting on what they were grateful for had 25% lower levels of cortisol, the stress hormone that literally speeds up every aspect of the aging process. 𝐎𝐥𝐝𝐲 𝐖𝐢𝐬𝐝𝐨𝑦, who led the study and is considered one of the world's foremost experts on brain health and aging, called gratitude practice one of the most powerful anti-aging tools we've discovered in decades of research. But the benefits go far beyond just feeling better emotionally. The study participants who practiced nightly gratitude showed measurable improvements in heart rate variability, blood pressure, immune function, and even genetic markers associated with longevity. Chronic stress doesn't just make you feel bad, it literally shortens your life by damaging your DNA at the cellular level. High cortisol levels cause inflammation throughout your body, weaken your immune system's ability to fight off infections and cancer cells, and speed up the breakdown of muscle and bone tissue that keeps you strong and independent. The Johns Hopkins research showed that people who maintained high stress levels had telomeres that aged 10 to 17 years faster than their chronological age. Telomeres are the protective caps on your chromosomes. When they shorten prematurely, your cells can no longer divide properly, leading to organ failure, cognitive decline, and ultimately death. What's fascinating is how quickly gratitude practice reverses this damage. Within just 2 weeks of starting a nightly gratitude routine, study participants showed measurable increases in telomerase activity, the enzyme that repairs and lengthens telomeres. Their sleep quality improved, their pain levels decreased, and they reported feeling more optimistic about their future. After 3 months, blood tests revealed lower levels of inflammatory markers and stronger immune system responses. Vivian from Georgia started this practice after her husband of 52 years passed away 3 years ago, when overwhelming grief, worry, and sadness were keeping her awake every night until 2 or 3 in the morning. She would lie there thinking about everything she had lost, worrying about her finances, and feeling anxious about living alone for the first time in her adult life. Her daughter suggested she try naming 3 specific things she was grateful for each evening, starting with the smallest, simplest pleasures. Within a month, Vivian was sleeping through the night for the first time since her husband's death, and her family noticed she seemed more peaceful, engaged, and energetic during their visits. The practice couldn't be simpler, but the key is specificity and consistency. As you lie in bed with the lights off, silently name 3 specific things that happened today for which you feel genuinely grateful. Don't make them generic or repetitive. Instead of saying, "my health" every night, think, "my arthritic hands didn't hurt when I opened that jar today." Or, "I had enough energy to walk around the entire grocery store without getting winded." This specificity activates the neural pathways that reduce stress hormones and promote the deep restorative sleep your body needs for cellular repair and regeneration. Your heart, mind, and every cell in your body need this reset tonight. So don't postpone this life-extending habit for even 1 more day. The 3rd habit is the bedroom temperature secret. The temperature of your bedroom could determine how long you live. Most Americans are sleeping in rooms that are slowly but steadily damaging their health without realizing it. The Mayo Clinic Sleep Research Division spent 5 years studying the relationship between bedroom temperature and longevity, tracking the sleep patterns, cognitive function, and health outcomes of over 8,000 adults between the ages of 60 and 95. They discovered that people who sleep in rooms warmer than 72 degrees F experience 40% less deep sleep, the critical stage when your body repairs damaged cells, consolidates memories, and produces the hormones that keep you young and healthy. Deep sleep isn't just about feeling rested the next day. It's when the most important maintenance work happens in your body. This is when your brain flushes out toxic proteins that cause Alzheimer's disease and dementia. When your immune system strengthens its ability to fight infections and cancer, when growth hormone repairs muscle and bone tissue, and when your cardiovascular system recovers from the day's stress. Without adequate deep sleep, your body ages faster, your cognitive function declines, your bones become more fragile, and your risk of chronic diseases skyrockets. The Mayo Clinic study found something shocking. People who consistently slept in warm rooms had biological ages that were 3 to 7 years older than their chronological age, based on blood markers, cognitive tests, and physical assessments. Their bodies were literally aging faster because they weren't getting the deep sleep necessary for cellular repair and regeneration. Even more concerning, these individuals showed higher rates of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline over the 5-year study period. The science behind this is fascinating and important for you to understand. Your body needs to drop its core temperature by about 1.5 to 2 degrees to enter deep sleep. This temperature drop signals your brain to release melatonin and growth hormone while reducing cortisol and other stress hormones. When your bedroom is too warm, your body can't achieve this necessary temperature drop, so you spend more time in light sleep stages that don't provide the same restorative benefits. Kenneth from Florida thought his restless nights and frequent wake-ups were just an inevitable part of getting older, until his daughter, who works as a nurse, suggested he lower his bedroom temperature. He had been keeping his room at a comfortable 75 degrees, the same temperature he maintained during the day. When he adjusted his air conditioning to 67 degrees and added a light blanket, he began experiencing the deep, uninterrupted sleep he hadn't enjoyed in over a decade. Within 2 weeks, his morning joint stiffness decreased significantly. His energy levels improved throughout the day, and his doctor noted better blood sugar control and lower blood pressure readings at his next quarterly appointment. Set your bedroom temperature between 65 and 68 degrees F every single night, regardless of the season or your personal preference for warmth during the day. If you don't have air conditioning, use fans to circulate air and consider investing in cooling mattress pads, moisture-wicking sheets, or lightweight, breathable bedding made from natural fibers. Remove heavy comforters and extra blankets that trap heat around your body. This isn't about personal comfort or saving money on utility bills. This is about giving your body the optimal environment for the cellular repair processes that keep you healthy, sharp, and independent as you age. Check your thermostat right now and make this life-extending adjustment tonight. The fourth habit is the 30-second breathing technique. What if I told you that 30 seconds could reset your entire nervous system and potentially add years to your life? Stanford University's Sleep Medicine Center has been studying a simple breathing technique that dramatically improves sleep quality and reduces the stress hormones that accelerate aging throughout your entire body. Dr. Andrew Huberman's research team found that the 4-7-8 breathing pattern activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your autonomic nervous system responsible for rest, repair, and regeneration. This technique works faster and more effectively than any sleeping medication and has absolutely no side effects or interactions with other treatments. Elevated stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline don't just keep you tossing and turning all night. They cause chronic inflammation that damages your heart, brain, kidneys, and other vital organs over time. When these hormones remain elevated night after night, they break down muscle tissue, weaken bones, suppress immune function, and accelerate the formation of arterial plaques that lead to heart attacks and strokes. Stanford's research showed that people who use the 4-7-8 breathing technique for just 30 seconds before bed reduced their stress hormone levels by up to 35% within 2 weeks. The technique works by stimulating the vagus nerve, the longest nerve in your body that connects your brain to your heart, lungs, and digestive system. When you activate the vagus nerve through controlled breathing, it sends immediate signals to your brain that you're safe and can shift into rest mode. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, your digestive system begins working more efficiently, and your brain starts producing the neurotransmitters and hormones necessary for deep restorative sleep. What makes this technique so powerful is its immediate effect on your body's stress response system. Within seconds of completing the breathing pattern, you'll feel your heart rate slow down, your muscles begin to relax, and your mind quiet down from the day's worries and anxieties. Regular practice strengthens your vagus nerve tone, which improves your overall resilience to stress and enhances your body's ability to recover from daily challenges. Lorraine from Michigan had been lying awake for hours every night, her mind racing with worries about her health, her finances, her grown children's problems, and countless other concerns that seemed magnified in the darkness. She would finally fall asleep around 2 or 3 a.m., only to wake up feeling exhausted and more anxious than when she went to bed. Her family doctor mentioned the 4-7-8 breathing technique during a routine visit when she complained about her sleep problems, and she decided to try it that very night. Within seconds of completing just one cycle of the breathing pattern, she felt her racing heart slow down and her tense muscles begin to relax throughout her entire body. She now falls asleep within minutes of her head hitting the pillow and wakes up feeling more rested and peaceful than she has experienced in decades. Here's exactly how to perform the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Lie comfortably in bed with your spine straight and your tongue resting gently against the roof of your mouth behind your front teeth. Exhale completely through your mouth, making a whooshing sound as you release all the air from your lungs. Close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose for exactly 4 counts. Hold your breath for exactly 7 counts, keeping your mouth closed and your body relaxed. Exhale completely through your mouth for exactly 8 counts, again making a whooshing sound as you release the breath. Repeat this cycle 3 more times for a total of 4 complete cycles, and you'll feel your entire nervous system shift from stress mode into rest and repair mode. This technique works because it forces your body to prioritize oxygen delivery to vital organs while activating the vagus nerve that signals your brain it's safe to sleep deeply. Try it tonight. Your body will respond immediately and thank you for years to come. The 5th habit is the consistent sleep schedule. Your body has an internal master clock that could add decades to your life. But most people are accidentally sabotaging this powerful longevity system every single day without realizing the long-term consequences. The Centers for Disease Control, working with sleep researchers from Harvard Medical School, Stanford University, and the University of Pennsylvania, conducted the largest study ever performed on sleep schedules and aging. They tracked 45,000 adults for 12 years and found that people who went to bed and woke up at exactly the same time every day, including weekends and holidays, had 23% lower rates of heart disease, 18% lower rates of type 2 diabetes, and significantly better cognitive function, memory, and problem-solving abilities as they aged. Your circadian rhythm is far more than just a sleep-wake cycle. It's a sophisticated biological timing system that controls the hormone production, immune function, digestion, blood pressure regulation, body temperature, and cellular repair processes throughout your entire body. Every cell in your body has its own internal clock that needs to stay synchronized with your master clock in your brain. When you go to bed at different times each night or sleep in on weekends, you're constantly disrupting these vital systems and forcing your body to work harder to maintain basic functions. The CDC study revealed something shocking about irregular sleep patterns. They accelerate cellular aging by increasing inflammation, oxidative stress, and DNA damage throughout your body. People with inconsistent sleep schedules had biological markers that aged them 4 to 8 years faster than their chronological age. Their blood showed higher levels of inflammatory proteins, stress hormones, and cellular damage markers compared to people who maintained consistent sleep schedules. What's particularly important for people over 60 to understand is that your circadian rhythm naturally weakens with age, making consistency even more critical for maintaining health and independence. As you get older, your body produces less melatonin. Your sleep becomes more fragmented, and your internal clock becomes more sensitive to disruptions. This is why many older adults find themselves waking up very early or having trouble staying asleep through the night. The researchers found that people who maintained consistent sleep schedules had stronger immune systems, better blood sugar control, lower blood pressure, healthier weight management, and significantly reduced risk of falls and accidents. Their cognitive function remained sharper. Their mood was more stable, and they maintained better physical strength and balance compared to those with irregular sleep patterns. Benjamin from Maine discovered the power of sleep consistency purely by accident 52 years ago when he started working a job that required him to wake up at 5:30 a.m. every morning. To get adequate sleep, he began going to bed at 9:30 p.m. every night, and he maintained this schedule even after retirement. At 98 years old, he still tends his vegetable garden, drives himself to doctor appointments and grocery shopping, reads without glasses, and has the energy levels and mental sharpness that consistently amazes doctors and younger family members. His secret isn't superior genetics or expensive supplements. It's the consistent rhythm that has allowed his body to optimize every repair and regeneration process for nearly a century. Choose a bedtime and wake time that allows for 7 to 8 hours of sleep and that you can realistically maintain 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Even if you don't feel tired at your chosen bedtime, go to bed anyway and lie quietly in the dark. Even if you don't need to wake up early on weekends or holidays, get up at your regular time and resist the temptation to sleep in. Your body will adapt to this schedule within 2 weeks, and you'll begin experiencing the deep restorative sleep that extends healthy lifespan and maintains independence. This consistency allows your internal master clock to synchronize all the biological processes that keep you young, healthy, energetic, and mentally sharp. Start tomorrow night because every single day you delay implementing this habit is another day of accelerated aging and missed opportunities for cellular repair and regeneration. These 5 bedtime habits aren't just about sleeping better tonight. They're about giving yourself the precious gift of extra healthy, independent years with your family, friends, and grandchildren. The research from Harvard, Stanford, Johns Hopkins, the Mayo Clinic, and the CDC is absolutely clear and undeniable. People who practice these simple nightly routines consistently outlive those who don't by an average of 7 to 12 years. And more importantly, they maintain their health, energy, and independence much longer. Which of these 5 scientifically proven habits will you commit to trying first tonight? Let me know in the comments below. And if this life-extending information could help someone you care about live longer and healthier, please share this video with them right now. Your decision to like and share this content could literally save someone's life by giving them these research-backed longevity secrets that cost nothing but could add years to their life.